Welcome back to the K&A Pest Control Bedbug Extermination channel. In our last video we covered three major issues with ambient heat treatment for bedbugs, including its inability to penetrate cracks and crevices, the lack of residual protection, and the false idea that heat can lure bedbugs out of hiding. But we're not done yet. There are more critical issues to discuss, so let's dive into three more problems you must be aware of. Problem 4. Lack of proper and affordable equipment in the industry. To effectively treat a home with ambient heat, every single room in the house must simultaneously reach a temperature between 135 degrees Fahrenheit and 147 degrees Fahrenheit and stay at that level for a minimum of 4 hours. That's no small task. The right equipment to do this properly is extremely expensive, around $250,000 for a setup that could even handle a small 2-bedroom condominium. Now imagine what it takes for a full 3, 4, or even 5-bedroom home. And here's the catch. Very few companies invest in this kind of equipment. What usually happens? They end up using a limited number of heaters and move them from room to room, thinking it will be just as effective. But what they don't realize is they're simply chasing the bed bugs from one room to the next. Without the proper equipment and a sufficient number of heaters, you're just moving the problem around. Heat sinks, the silent escape route. Even if a company does try to heat the entire house and has a sufficient number of quality equipment, every structure has areas that heat up much slower than others. Think about thick walls, certain types of flooring, or even furniture. These areas act like heat sinks, allowing bed bugs to find cooler zones to escape the rising temperatures. So, while one part of the house is reaching 140 degrees Fahrenheit, other parts are barely breaking 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The bed bugs sense the heat and escape to these safe zones, surviving the treatment. Problem 6. This problem is closely related to the previous problem with ambient heat. Bed bugs escaping into wall voids and adjacent units. When bed bugs recognize heat as a threat, they don't just sit around waiting to die. They look for cooler places to hide. One of their favorite spots? The wall voids, especially external walls that are temperature insulated. The heat can't penetrate these areas, making them perfect escape routes. Here's where things get even worse. Once bedbugs move into wall voids, they can spread to adjacent units. If you're in a condo, hotel, or apartment, your bedbugs could end up in your neighbor's space, only to return later once the heat is gone. So, there you have it. In addition to the issues we covered in part 1, we've now seen that very few companies have the equipment necessary to do heat treatment correctly, that heat sinks give bed bugs a chance to survive, and that bed bugs will flee into wall voids or neighboring units when the heat becomes too intense. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in part 3, we'll explore the most effective alternatives to heat treatment that actually work. Thanks for watching.